Okay guys, this time what we're going to do is use this piece of footage here and we're going to cool it down a little bit. So like before, I've taken it up into my preview window and I've dragged the entire video footage down. I've not bothered using the mark in or mark out because it's only a short clip. Okay. So as you can see in this, it's quite vibrant. We've got the greens are very powerful, the whites are nice and clear, but what I would want to do with this piece of footage is create something a bit more cool. So maybe it would be, I don't know, going to foreshadow something's going to happen. Maybe we want to make it look futuristic. So like before, enter our video effects, and remember we can also search for those key effects that we want to use as well. And I'm going to go into colour correction straight away. And I'm just going to use this time the fast colour corrector. Before I do that though, my adjustment layer, pop that there. Okay, so fast colour corrector then. So into my effect controls. If we want to cool down a shot then, we want to be making sure we're bringing it over to the blues. So you'll probably see now straight away that's becoming really cool. Okay. If I wanted to warm it up a bit more, I'd come up here. Okay, so nice and cool down there in the blues. If I go too much that way, I'm going to get that pinky purpley colour. Too much that way, I'm going to have those greens coming through. Okay, so straight away then we can see massive difference from that original shot. I'm also going to add a tint into this as well. And what a tint will automatically do is desaturate all the colour so it's just black and white. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change this black colour here, so here's my tint. I'm going to come into a blue again. I'm going to go for quite a cool blue, something like that. And obviously that is not the look that we want, so all we need to do now is pull down how much we want to tint this shot by. So I'm going to take it to about there. So again, hiding that adjustment layer, we can see there's a big difference between that original shot and this one. Now, another thing that we can do is we can add some noise to our footage. What noise does is just give it a bit more of that grainy look. So again, drag and drop onto here. Scroll down in my effect controls. And at the moment, I've got no noise whatsoever. It's at 0%, that's why we can't see anything. So I'm going to bring that up a little bit. And you can see now we've got that grainy look, almost like an old film style. Again, looking at that shot now, it's completely changing. It almost looks a bit retro. So perhaps you can take the noise down just a little bit more. So seeing the before, now seeing the after, the mood's completely changed. So what then if I wanted to make this as though it was going to be part of maybe a horror film or even film noir? Well, I'm going to delete my adjustment layer off there. Just pop a new one on. That's easier to do than undo everything. Bring it out. Okay, so into my effects first of all then, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a tint on there because I want that black and white. So I've completely got rid of all of my colour. Now though, I want to mess about with the contrast of this. So again, colour correction, I'm still in that main folder video effects. Drag and drop it on. And now I'm just going to mess with, perhaps pull the brightness up a little bit, but as well, pull that contrast up a bit more. So we've got that real sort of film noir look. Now what doesn't work here though is how much white we've got. So maybe if I was going to get this perfect, I'd perhaps take off my two tints and brightness and contrast for now, and maybe use my three-way colour corrector, and perhaps change. Let's just bring these back on for a second now. Down a little bit. Maybe look at what my highlights are doing. So you can see now ever so slightly we've got that different colour coming through. That blue there. Let's try this on, let's get rid of that piece of footage. Let's try this on one from before, see what that adjustment layer looks. That works much better. So maybe now I could even bring up my darks a bit more with this. Contrast up a bit more again. Let's take a look at that. Ooh, spooky. And the final thing then, we're going to go for the whole hog to create this horror look. Let's put a bit of noise on there too. There we go. Completely changing the look and the feel by adding the tint with black and white, adjusting the brightness and contrast, using the three-way colour corrector, and then finally adding some noise.